Hey, I'm gonna start this video down here so I can smoke. I'm gonna have a couple beers today. Last week sucked bad. I couldn't even clean my house. However these technologies work, it's like they turn the volume up to 10. And I tried to get out of bed, I could hardly walk, my feet hurt so bad and my joints. And oh my god. Anyway, I'm feeling better and I'm very grateful for that this week. I got my house cleaned yesterday. The floors were horrible. And when you got pets like I do, the hair just accumulates. You walk around with your socks on and they look like, you know, an animal. I love my animals, but they're a lot of work, you know. And I was completely shocked when I looked and I seen I have a subscriber. Hey, thanks for subscribing. This is Juki. Sit down, Juki. Can you sit down? Come on. Stand down. Stand down. Juki, stand down. That's a good boy. Yes. Oh, he loves his belly rubbed. He loves his belly rubbed. Anyway, it's been really cold here. Cold and snowy. I get the winter blues bad. So I've always done a backyard garden. So I've decided if God blesses me with another year, next year I'm going to try gardening, winter gardening. You do it in hot boxes and like little, you just take like 2x4s and build yourself like a little box and then put something over it, which is, you know, I've been reading on it. You can pick various materials. I haven't decided what I'm going to use yet. I'm trying to see what people like the best, get the best results. But you can make them very cheaply and it'll give me a reason to get outside and get some fresh air even though it's freezing cold. Because, well, the neighborhood I live in is not a very great neighborhood, and it's not like it's scenic, you know, where you can go outside and look at Mother Nature's beauty. I mean, it's a crappy neighborhood, actually. I can't put anything in my front yard without it getting stolen, from little trinket ornaments to potted plants. I mean, they're gone. And like just 2 nights ago, $60 worth of gas was siphoned out. Right? So, but in my backyard, things seem to get left alone, thank goodness. And so yeah, I'm gonna have my hand at that. I just ordered a bunch of books, soil and composting. I just got this one yesterday, and I got a bunch of other ones coming. Like I said, I've been gardening for over a decade now back there, but you know, I'm kind of like a jack of all trades and a master of none. So I've always like just kind of trial and error, you know, teaching yourself kind of thing. And I even did that with my guitar playing. I tried to take a couple lessons, something every good boy, blah, blah, blah. And then I'd sit down to try to do my little scales that they'd give me to practice. And that lasts not even 5 minutes, and then I'd be off like writing a song, you know. It's like, yeah. But I was kind of like that with my gardening, like everything else, just jump in both feet. Yeah. And you sometimes make mistakes and you learn by your mistakes. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. Not with my gardening. I'm being sarcastic to myself on other issues. Anyway, like I was saying, last week was horrific. Absolutely horrific. Must have pissed somebody off. Or something like that. Anyway, I wrote this poem, it's called Witness, and this actually isn't the poem, but it's parts of the poem, because, well, when I wrote the poem some years back, it was about a certain somebody. The last song that I sang, called Eyes of Blue, it was about that person, and I guess at this point, I'm just done with Eyes of Blue and wanting my cake and eat it too. It's doing more harm to me than good, and I'm gonna let school girlish dreams just rest in peace. But I took parts of it because actually, you know, everything that's gone on in my life. There are parts in that poem that are, you know, I guess relatable as far as like what happened to me last week. Anyway, it's called Witness. Oh, monsters in your man suits. I wonder, how did you ever get this way? Oh, monsters in your man suits. I really should be hating you. As hard as I try, I cannot climb aboard your hate train that you do conduct. Oh, monsters in your man suits, playing with my heart, my mind, and my body with your strings, blinding me of all that is truly real to see. Bought and sold for this and that, all the while I would just smile back. Oh, monsters in your man suits, laughing and lacking a tender side, making my love feel as if it were a weakness of sort. Oh, monsters in your man suits, this insane sorrow, all alone with many by my side, but alone still just the same. I will surely escape as I restrict back to the snake's starry stanza. Oh, monsters in your man suits, my episporum has been removed. I am no longer arterial. My blood, your aqua regina, that is not yours to take and take and take. Oh, monsters in your man suits, I hope, my hope, is love will lead you back from all that you do betray. But like I said, the poem was written to Eyes of Blue, and at this point, it's a pointless and mute thing, and I'm a fool. But my love still stands strong. I still have hope, I still have love, and that still is in my heart, and it always will be. So that I will never lay to rest, ever. Ever, 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 ever. But after I finished the cigarette, I was gonna go upstairs. Now, I made a video a while back. It's called Sonic and Friends. And it's these little stuffed animals I made for my grandson. And I had told you in that video that I was gonna make a character that we both made up. It's called Ghost Sonic. And I started cutting out the pieces to it to put it together, and I was going to show you what those look like before I start stuffing and hand sewing stuff onto it. But I was also going to show you some quilts I make, because I need to make some money, because I want to move out of this house. I've been here for almost 30 years. It's got a lot of bad mojo here. A lot of bad crap has happened here. And a few good things, you know. but the bad completely outweighs the good. And I just think a change of scenery would really be nice. I mean, my dream home is a log cabin out by a pristine lake with evergreen trees and lots of land to plant a garden and, some chickens and a dairy cow and stuff. But, I'll settle for a shit shack farmhouse somewhere with some land. I just want to get out of this neighborhood, out of this house. And I can't seem to find a job. I mean, the last job I got was working for this lady cleaning houses, cleaning other people's toilets for $10 an hour. And we were getting along really good, and she said, well, I would drive to her house, then we'd go to the different houses and we'd clean them. And she, told me, be here in the morning, and I show up there and her car's gone. That was weird. So I call her, and she doesn't answer, and I've tried calling her like 10 times and she just blew me off. It's, I'm sure that was done by design, and she really probably didn't have anything to do with it. Something happened, because the thing about these programs is they try to keep you as isolated and as possible and make it so you can't, be self-reliant. Back to my point, I would like to sell some of this stuff so I could save some money and move. So I'm gonna show you the quilts, and if you have any kids or grandkids that would like a hand sewn stuffed animal, actually it doesn't have to be Sonic and Friends. I could make anything. I can make anything. So let's go look at it. Come on. There's my bitch. That's a Mimu. Say hi, Mimu. And there's Dookie Doo. We got Dookie Doo and Mimu. Oh, they're such good puppies. Yes, they're such good puppies. Yes, smell her butt. Did you see him look up? Snowblind. Brrrr! Okay. First, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the finished product of this right here, and this is just old jeans and remnants of fabric. You can use old clothes, recycle stuff, but I'm going to show you. I'm making those. The finished one's on my bed right now, but I'm making them to cover my old worn out couch and old worn out chair downstairs. So this is what it looks like done. If I had any light. Lee calls it my cave. My bedroom is my cave. But see, it's got a sheet on the back. I went and got just like a blue sheet, and you can get those real cheap. And like I said, just old jeans and remnant fabric that you can get pennies on a dollar, basically. So yeah, quilts. They aren't really quilts. I call them patchwork quilts because it's not really quilting. There is a difference. Okay, so you're going to have to refer back to my video, Sonic and Friends, to see the stuffed animals. Because, well, my grandson, he's got them at his house right now. But, what you do is, I start out, okay, remember I'm using it's hard to hold this damn Kindle. It's so awkward. Okay, those are going to be the legs, and then you stuff them. And I use this to make the head. So this is going to be the head. God. It doesn't look like much now, but if you go and see my Sonic video, Sonic and Friend videos, this is how they all started out. Exactly like this. And when it gets done, I'll show you how it turns out. Doesn't look like much now. And this was all just fab, at the fabric store, the remnants, when they get real low, they roll them up and put them in a bin. And what used to be like $15 a yard is, you can get a couple yards for a couple bucks. Yeah. So when that gets basically done, I will show that to you of how that turned out. And anyway, this is basically what it looks like as you're putting it together, that quilt. You cut out squares like this, and then you put them together like this. This is another quilt I'm making. Actually, when I get this done, I'm going to have to take the one off my bed, because I actually made that for my couch, and this one's for my chair. And so I need a replacement quilt because it gets cold back in that bedroom because it's an add-on and it gets really cold. So I'm making this for my bed. And it's going to have a purple sheet. Yeah. Anyway. So I know that was very unprofessional. And it's as unprofessional as it gets. Oh, I'm sure that my head will be chopped off. Alright. Anyway, I'm not going to sing a song today. Maybe next video. I was contemplating on if I want to sing you a song that's near and dear to my heart that I wrote. It's called On the Flip Side. I'm not sure that I want to share it. But we'll see. If not, I'll share something else. Alright, well, peace and love. Until next time.